So we're working on this 1994 Corvette 5.7 LT1. If you listen, you can hear it has a stumble in it. I attempted to scan it with the snap-on scan tool. I've scanned it before, previously. I scanned it back in, come on, focus, June of 2015, but not with this particular scan tool because I didn't have it back then, and the software was, or the file was migrated to this scan tool. But I could not communicate with it. It's got an OBD2 style connector, even though it's a 94. Of course, I tried the Maxi Sys, but it doesn't go back old enough for a 94, so I had to resort to GM Tech 2 scan tool. And unfortunately, as I suspected, no diagnostic trouble code. So there's no misfire counters on this thing because it's not that new. Data display, engine data, but it doesn't have misfire counters. 55 data parameters, but no misfire counters. Oh boy, so we're going to have to resort to manual methods of trying to identify the misfire. This has got the distributor behind the water pump. If my memory serves me correctly, last time it was in, but back in 15, it had water inside the distributor cap. I'm going to have to ask this fellow if he's pressure washed this engine. So if I ID the vehicle as a 1995 Corvette, I can get into the engine and display codes, which there are none, and read data, which is of no help. It seems to me like an ignition misfire. I put a vacuum gauge on the fuel pressure regulator line, and the vacuum is nice and steady. So, and it's a random miss, so a valve problem would be a consistent miss. So I had to unbolt the cruise control servo out of the way to access the #1 spark plug wire down there. The coil wire, or the coil, is down behind the power steering pump down there. So I've got the Verus set up here, and I recorded some waveforms here, and if you watch the secondary waveform in parade here, you can see a random miss occurs on, looks like cylinder 1, cylinder 6. There's on number 6 here, right here. There was one on number 1 just a second ago. So it's definitely ignition related, this stumble. I got a feeling that we got some moisture or condensation inside that stupid distributor behind the water pump. Lovely design.